Today, we're going to be taking a look at something from Star Wars yet again. This is Star Wars Black Series Asajj Ventress from Star Wars The Clone Wars. And this figure here is pretty cool. Box stuff, picture on the side. Back of the box, she's number 7. There's stuff up there telling you about Ventress if you don't know about her, because she really is a character that's only been in animation. Nope, the wind has blown the box over. Ventress here is an intriguing character as a whole. She's a Sith assassin, as the back of the box said. If you did read it, you probably didn't. She basically works under Count Dooku, and after a while, she gives up on that and goes back to her Night Sister roots. And after that fails, because they said, no, you don't get to do that, Ventress. You have to come back. They basically kill them all, and after that, General Grievous and the gang wipe out the Night Sister. She goes off and becomes a bounty hunter, and that's where she currently is. And there's also the Dark Disciple, which I didn't read. Should have been an animation. I still firmly believe they should have kept the Clone Wars going past. They did not have to do 12 episodes. They could have got away with like 20-some. I still firmly believe that they genuinely had way more juice in the Star Wars Clone Wars animated series. They didn't have to finish it at that season. They really didn't. But this is a Ventress based on Season 1 and 2, looking quite good. The colors are nice with an indigo up here, some light and dark blues down here. It's not even really a dark. It's like a dark light blue. Bit of pink going on with this little like sash down the front, and then she has this very flocked feeling like skirt. I don't really like the feeling of it. It's kind of eh. I think I would have preferred, like, the other materials. It's also very shiny. Head sculpt and everything here looks pretty good, honestly. It has the death stare going. Tattoos on the head look great. It's very, very good, honestly. It's a very nice look. She has 2 lightsabers as accessories, of course, that being hers, which are these kind of curved lightsabers. They're very, unique, I would say. They're pretty intriguing. And on top of that, other than the blades being removable, which I'll show for storage purposes and everything, if you kind of take the one of them and put it on this way, she can have a dual blade, but it's curved and it's really weird looking. And I don't know if she actually did this in the show. I have no memory of her doing it. I know the original 3 3/4 inch one I had as a kid could do it, so that's either a reference to that or she actually did do this and I just don't remember. Another issue I kind of have with these lightsabers here, though, is they're not painted silver. They're in this weird blue-gray. Why? Why did you do that? Why, Hasbro? I don't know if the original release is painted. I'm going to guess no, but yeah, I kind of wish they were silver and not blue-gray. You know, it's a little odd. The hilts, of course, are removable from the blades, as one would expect, and they are stowable. They just stow right up front here on the little pink sash part, just like that. Just do that, bada bing, bada boom, weapon storage, as it should. Nothing too crazy there. Just put the hilts back in. They're kind of like these little thin squares for the connection points. Bit bent, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? And that's the lightsabers, and that's basically Ventress, kind of, because there is another thing you can do with Ventress. Now, in the Clone Wars, she does show up like this a good bit in the first bit, but she also shows up in another way in this outfit, which is if you take the figure and pop her apart, like so, that took a lot of force, by the way, and remove that whole section and then proceed to pop her back together. There we go. Again, took a lot of effort, but there we are. You can get this look, which she has a couple times. I believe in the Clone Wars movie, she does actually do this. So that's something you can do, and she just has blue wrapping legs down there, which is good. And this mode's actually really good for articulation because, well, of course, it's not covered up by a bunch of fabric pieces. Anyway, let's just get into the articulation here. She has a ball joint in the head, forward, back, outward, elbow joint, rotation at the wrist, waist swivel, and of course, pretty much any motion there. Forward, back, outward, swivel, knee joint is singular, forward, back, tilt at the ankle, and that's ventress. That's ventress. The one thing I will say I have an issue with is her right arm does not like to sit right for me. For some reason, I'm not sure why. It just seems to stick out a little farther. I think I just got it there, putting a little bit more force on it, but it's still kind of, like, look at that. You kind of see it. It's a little too far out. I don't know what precisely is wrong here. Maybe the peg's in the wrong spot or something. I don't know. But either way, that's ventress. So let's just get into my final thoughts on her here, which, yeah, she's cool. Honestly, she's a pretty cool figure. But ultimately, I just bought her because she was ventress, and that's about it. She is the reissue. I don't know if I did mention that. She was reissued semi-recently to online retailers as an exclusive, which I like that whole thing. I like that Hasbro is really getting into the reissue thing, because I feel like we need it at this point, right? Like, this is the thing. A lot of lines are doing it, and it makes sense, because sometimes people miss things, and then the price goes astronomically high. Hasbro's been doing it a lot with Transformers lately, with reissues. Like, they got Grimlock coming out again, thank God. They got an absolute unit of figures coming out again. And even with Black Series, this wave here, I believe, had Darth Nihilus in it as well, and a couple others. Crazy names. And then there's another one they announced not that long ago, which is the Apprentice Ahsoka, which I kind of regret buying that thing for a lot of money now. But oh well. I believe ARC Trooper 5's possibly. I don't know if that one was ever confirmed. Again, bought him for money, but don't really mind it. And Darth Malagus is also confirmed to be coming out again. So there's a lot of these older, rare figures from like the 2020 area of time that are like coming out again, and it's a good time to do it. I honestly think it's great that they're doing it, because I don't feel like they need to remake those, you know? Like, they're pretty good figures. Out of the ones I have, Fives is really good, and Ahsoka's pretty solid, actually. She just has one issue with one of her hands, but other than that, really good. And I mean, this Ventress is good. She's good. If you want to get her, she's pretty good. I got mine from Toy Snowman, so that's where I got mine from. Just an amazing figure, honestly. I guess I wouldn't say amazing. She's pretty average. She doesn't do anything super spectacular. I wish the lightsabers were painted. That's the big nitpick out of all of this. But other than that, I think she's pretty alright. And that concludes the review of Star Wars Black Series Asajj Ventress. This has been Elta Delete signing out.